All right.
I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Huh?
We're gonna learn how to do that.
Okay. So, what do we want on the bottom?
Let's not practice in here.
What do we want on the bottom in this step? Ladies, up here. Up here. Moles of what? And how many moles do I list down here?
1. 2.
2. All right. This part is, but now we're no longer trying to find the limiting reactant. So we're not going to calculate to another reactant. Now we're trying to find the amount of product we collected. Huh? That's right. The theoretical yield is the amount of product. Okay? This arrow sign means yield. So we're finding the theoretical yield of the product we're going to collect. Okay? So we want the number of moles of this species because that's what we're going to collect. It's a solid. So how many moles of that am I going to list? 1 mole. Wait.
We're 2 moles of... We're on this side of the equation, right?
Now we're over on the right-hand side because we're collect the theoretical yield. The arrow sign means yield. This is the yield. This is the product we're looking at because that's what we can collect. Okay? Right now, that's what you have knowledge about. Okay? So yes, that's what we're going to collect here. All right? Kind of relating it to the actual thing you did in the lab. Okay? All right, what's next? Ag2SO4.
Wait. Why is that there? Whoa. In this step, we're changing from...
We're going from this species now to the product. Okay?
So it's the same species, but we're switching sides of the...
More or less, yeah. That's one way to think about it. Okay? So what's next?
Molar mass. Cancel the products as you go.
Not the products.
Whatever, the species, genus.
Mr. Tedder,
What?
can I request that you stop doing that?
That's my hint to help you, though. Come on.
You can save them all up for the test.
Oh, no, I don't have you any hints on the test. Sorry. All right. What do we need here, then? Class, what do we need here?
We need molar mass.
There you go.
How about that?
What's going to go on the bottom here?
1 mole of Ag2SO4.
And the top is what you calculate. So please calculate the molar mass of this species, and let's finish this problem. Now, when you finish this problem that I've outlined for you, you will have the theoretical yield of silver sulfate. Okay? Silver sulfate.
So now we have to do a new molar mass?
Huh?
Now we have to do a new molar mass?
Yes, because you don't have the molar mass of this time now. You have to calculate that molar mass. Okay, now this brings us to something that's really, really important. Even though your calculator doesn't show it, you need to know there is a 0 here. Okay? You have to be smarter than your calculator. Alright? Huh? What? What? Well, you have to know what your calculator can't figure out for you. We are going to round those off, but that won't always be the case. You need to be careful about that missing 0 right there. You have to know that those digits belong there, okay? And it's good to practice and put it there. So this is grams of silver sulfate, okay? And that we're going to write as being equal to 1 mole of silver sulfate. Okay? Now you have what you need to go up here. Want to match the units and species in the previous step. Here's the units and species that match in this equality statement. That's going to go on the bottom. Matching units and species go on the bottom, on the opposite side of this fraction. And on the top we have 311.799 grams of silver sulfate. And before we do the actual calculations, what else do I need to do? What?
We need to cancel something.
Good. Griffin, you got to speak up if you don't want me to whistle now. Because I love to whistle. I mean, I just love to whistle. Not really. I just love to annoy my students. No, I'm kidding. Okay. All right. Okay. Remember, multiply everything across the top.
I got 314.799.
Right? Really? Did I put it down wrong?
I got the same thing you did.
What?
I got the same thing you did.
Okay. Somebody probably just had their finger hit a wrong button or something. Alright, so I'm dividing by this number and hitting enter, and then I'm going to divide by this as a second operation here, our third operation really. Okay? We have units of grams left. We have the species AG2SO4. We need to round off. This number, and this number are all the measured or calculated numbers. That's the one we use for figuring out significant digits. This has the least digits. I want my final answer to have that same number of digits. Alright, now, this is then the theoretical yield of the product that we can collect. Okay? That's the theoretical yield. Now, we still have some more calculations to do, but until you guys go back and actually measure your product from the lab tomorrow, and you've got to come dressed properly for that, right? Then you're not prepared to do these other calculations, okay? Alright. You guys be safe going home, alright? Thank you for your attention.
What did you remember?